invigorating. Whew. Feels great breathing that in though.
Yep.
Ooh, wow, it's snowing a lot. Didn't know it was supposed to keep snowing. Our yum. Yum, sweet yum. It'll be nice and warm in there. You smell the wood burning stove. Oh. Ooh.
Today in Todd's kitchen, I'm going to attempt to make meatballs. I love good meatballs, but I've never tried to make them.
And we're back inside where it's nice and warm. It is 73 degrees in here. We will sit and watch golf, and I will knit.
So in the bowl right now, I have a pound of ground beef and a pound of hot Italian sausage, and I've mixed about a half a chopped onion in it, and I'll keep you posted on the rest of the process.
This is episode 56 of the Ruby Moss Cottage Yurt Cast. What started as my crafting channel is slowly evolving into our lifestyle channel. We live in the Great Smoky Mountains, high up on a mountain in a yurt. Not your conventional lifestyle, but we are finding it suits us, and we love living the slow life far from the maddening crowd.
And if you've ever watched Forrest Gump, which we've watched it here a couple times, Forrest always talked about after he got out of the war, he was going to go in the shrimping business because that's what his buddy Bubba wanted to do. And after Forrest was in the shrimping business for about a month, he said, "You know what I found out about the shrimping business is it's hard work." Well, I've wanted to make meatballs for a long time. This is the first time. You know what I learned about meatballs? Meatballs are hard work. So we're going to cook them, and I don't know how long, but we'll keep you posted.
As you can tell, we've spent a little time in the kitchen. Todd's meatballs turned out amazing, and we love cooking on top of our wood-burning stove. We're going to really miss that in these warmer months ahead. Our weather is turning nicer, and we are spending more time outside, walking and just breathing in that fresh mountain air. Oh, we recently went to Charlotte to spend some time with our grandies. It was Grandparents' Day for our oldest grandson, and so we got to go watch him sing and just played with the grandies and had a good time. And now it's that time for us to sit down and talk all things crofty. So go grab your cuppa and let's get started. Hello, it's me again. Do you have your cuppa? I have iced coffee again today. This is iced blueberry. Well, it's iced coffee with blueberry cobbler creamer. It's delicious. But I had me a cup, a hot cup, and I was out of my Knit Coffee Co. I've got my order already in, and it's been shipped. And so I made this nasty caramel stuff this morning. I'll get situated here in a minute. I made this nasty caramel stuff this morning, and it was, oh. So I drank about that much of it, and I tossed it. So here I am with iced coffee. It is, well, let's see, outside, where's the thermometer? It says it's 74 outside, but that's not right because that's the front one. The sun is hitting that thermometer. So I'm guessing it's about 60-ish. So I have my back door open and the screen door is, oh, I love it. I want to get one for the front. I will pop a clip in. I remember just sitting here, I remember that I told you I would show you my back screen door this episode. So this is my back screen door. I am so enjoying it. I did the painting and everything from a photo that I saw from in New Orleans. So you're going to have to envision it. It's going to be planted up more and it's going to be a little bit more colorful. We still have to paint the gutters and stuff like that. But anyway, that's my back door, my back screen door, and I'm loving it. Oh my goodness. So I've got the door open. I've got my bedroom window up. I don't have any of the other windows up just because I've been getting ready to record. And so when I get done, I'll open all that up. But in here, it's 70 degrees, 71 degrees. And it's a bit warm. So iced coffee it is. I'm also going to share with you some of my Easter candy. Go ahead and take some. It's both mine and Todd's. Now, this is Todd's. He likes this Russell Stover's coconut stuff. I hate coconut. And I like Reese's. I like anything Reese's. So this weekend, I bought a bag of the Mallow Top Reese's. And they're delicious. So that's mine and that's Todd's. Help yourself, whichever you prefer. Isn't Easter candy just the best? Oh my goodness. I don't even want to know how much weight I put on at Easter because at Christmas, it's the baking. Easter, it's the candy. No other holidays tempt me except for Easter and Christmas. Thanksgiving, you know, the day of, but that's not an event. I feel like Christmas and Easter is an event. It's something you just eat for days and weeks before it ever gets here. So as I've been buying bags of candy for the Grandy's Easter baskets, I eat some and put some in, like one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. It's bad, so I cannot wait. I think I've got their Easter baskets finished, but will I stop buying candy? Probably not. Welcome. We have had, as you saw, like crazy weather. We had all that snow was at the beginning of this recording period. So it was like right after I recorded. And then it just dawned on me. I don't
no, we celebrated the birthdays on the last episode. I was going to say, I don't think I'm trying to gather. It's been a longer time since I've recorded. I think it's been 3 weeks versus 2 weeks. So I wanted to make sure I put everything in. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look. If I missed anything, I'll tag it onto the back end of this. But, so yeah, we've had snow, we've had warm weather, and now again this weekend we're supposed to have snow. My daughter, our youngest daughter and her family are supposed to come up this weekend. And if it snows, they're not going to be able to get up the mountain. Although they're not staying with us, I don't know if she's rented a cabin or if they decided to stay at a resort, I don't know, but they aren't staying with us, but they would obviously be up here with us. And we wanted to go fishing. We wanted to take our oldest grandson trout fishing. And then I wanted to take him to this outdoor play center. And I think it's going to be cold. And I'm a winter girl, so I love the cold. I don't care. But I want them to be able to come up to the yurt. And if it's snowing, they won't be able to. And we'll have to drive down before and then walk down. Oh. So of all weekends to snow, I hope it doesn't snow this weekend. But stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. I don't know. If you're new, welcome. I did have some new subscribers, just a few. So welcome. Make yourself at home. We live in a yurt in the Great Smoky Mountains, high up about 3,200 feet. And yeah, so we have been here 2 years and we love it. My name's Joyce, in case you're new, not Ruby. Ruby is my grandmother. However, I am also known as Ruby. So feel free to call me Ruby or Joyce, whichever comes to mind. Let me start by saying thank you to everyone who supports me on Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to know what I'm talking about, in the show notes below, and how to find those is at the bottom of the video. There's a little arrow. You touch that arrow, the show notes drop down. You'll see Buy Me a Coffee. That is where you can go and support this channel. You can buy me a coffee, and it just goes towards my coffee, my yarn, my just the production of this, even though it's not a big production, but it takes time and energy. And so I had this piece of hair that keeps wanting to fall onto my face. So yes, feel free to go buy me a coffee, and thank you so much for everyone that has done that. I want to say there's a giveaway, and I have announced the giveaway on that feed, that Buy Me a Coffee feed. So if you'll go there, if you are one of my supporters, I have already drawn for this lavender pillow here. It smells so good. And this has been repurposed from an old quilt. So this is the, I think this is the good side. And then this, actually, I don't think there is a wabi-sabi side to this pillow. I think both sides are pretty well intact. So yeah, my supporters for the month of March, what I'm going to be doing every month is going on there with my supporters, putting the amount in. Actually, what I did was I put the amount of coffees that you bought me. So if you bought me 4 coffees, 5 coffees, you got entered that many times. If you bought me 1 coffee, you got entered that many times. So anyway, I've got the winner of this is posted over there. I'm also going to try and contact you through Instagram, I think. If you do not hear from me, and if you see over there, then please reach out by my email, and I will get you your pillow. It smells delicious. So this is March's giveaway on the Buy Me a Coffee followers. Thank you so much. What a huge encouragement that is. You don't know how much every time I get a little notice that says someone's bought me a coffee, I get so excited. The money is nice, do not get me wrong, but just the warmth and the fellowship and the comments that you're leaving just fills me and just keeps me so full. I just love that. So thank you so much to all of my followers, and you can become a follower at any time. Just pop on click on the link. It'll take you right there. It'll walk you through step by step. It's really easy peasy. So that is
that is going out in the mail. And if you'll remember on my last show, episode 55, I talked about Etsy. Well, so evidently they take their money out the first of every month. I've never paid attention to this before because it's never been an issue. But remember the 60 cents, that I owed them that they got all worked up about. Evidently they took it out April 1st, and then they granted me my shop to be reopened. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's opened now. And it, again, that link will be in the show notes as well. It's Icy Flowers by RMC. That is my Etsy shop. I was closing it. Remember, I was just like, had it with them, over 60 cents. But then, and when they reopened it, I still was in that frame of mind. I was still like, oh, no, I don't think so. But then I had this other collaboration fall in my lap, and I will tell you about that in a minute. Or I'll tell you a little bit about the direction it's going. And I got to thinking, I don't need to cut my nose off to spite my face. I mean, just because I'm irritated with them, it is a social media outlet for me to sell all of my repurposed goods that I make from vintage quilts and Afghans, and now on my next adventure. So probably going to be leaving that open. So that note will be in that link will be in the show notes. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at Ruby Moss Cottage and Icy Flowers by RMC. And I will put both of those links down in the show notes, as you do. Whew. I think that's all of my housekeeping. Let me take a look. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for my supporters. Thank you for following along. Thank you for watching me here. I've met some others who have been longtime followers, and I guess just reached out to me. And then I've also met new ones that are new followers. So if you're new or old and we've not chatted, if you're new or old and we have chatted, keep the conversation flowing. Keep your comments below, because I love that. That is so encouraging. And I live up here on a mountain, just me and my husband, all by ourselves. I don't interact. I've not made any friends in this area. I'm just like, I get up here and I go off the mountain about once a week, and that's enough. I look forward to Saturdays. I look forward to going and doing, but then we're gone a couple hours and I'm ready to get back up here, and I really don't want to leave again. So my point being, I don't interact in this community much at all. You know what? I speak to people. I'm social. I talk to people in the coffee shop. I'm social, but I'm an introvert, so I really like to. I've just not met people. So when you leave comments, that is my community. That is my way of talking to people. And so thank you for doing that. And again, thank you so much for all of my supporters for buying me a coffee. I really appreciate that. And I am so sorry, but I get these baby hairs that grow and they're always bothering me. And I really feel like the whole time I'm recording, I'm touching my face. I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to stop. I'm going to put this down because you could probably hear that ice, and I don't want that to be annoying as well. We went to Charlotte to see my grandies. Our oldest grandson had grandparents stay at his school. So we went. Oh, my lands. That was the best. He was right center. And, my heart was just boom, 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 boom. It was so precious. And then we got to spend the rest of the weekend with the grandies and my daughters and my mom. Our middle grandson turned 3, so we got to celebrate him, and just great quality family time. I didn't get to visit any of my friends. That was just a short trip. However, my mom is going to be having knee surgery, so I'm going to be spending time taking care of her in and out. So I'm hoping that I will get to spend some time with my niches and maybe my book club and catch up on some real live interaction with people. Although I will have plenty of grandy time, plenty of time with my daughters and my sisters. We will be together. So I'm really looking forward to all of that. It was nice to get back. I will say this, when we were in Charlotte, okay, so we were only there for a weekend. And I'm happy when I'm with my daughters, my grandchildren, my sisters, even my mom to a point. That sounds really bad. Always my mom. But I don't like to just sit around at my mom's house. I need, I don't even know how to say this. If you're watching this and you know my mom, I love her dearly. I love spending time with her. So don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. But my mom is such a neat freak that she has nothing of personality, character around. I mean, like, it's very pretty and it's very clean, and like you would walk in and you go, oh, this is beautiful. But I walk in and go, oh my gosh, give me a book, give me a blanket, give me a cup, just I got to have my stuff around me. My mom, she don't have that. It's funny because my sister was there with her this weekend, and she called me when she got, she didn't call me, she texted me, and she said, we were sitting out on Mom's back patio, and she went, oh my goodness, look there. Well, there was a bird's nest up in the eaves of her porch, and she thinks birds are dirty. So she wanted that bird's nest knocked down. And my sister just said, no, I'm not doing that. She said, first of all, I don't know, there could be babies in it. There could be eggs in it. She said, but it's pretty. It's cozy. It's just, leave it alone. But that's not my mom. I mean, like, she has to have everything so clean. And I would guarantee, if it weren't for the fact that my mom has a really bad knee, you can bet that when my sister left, she climbed up and she got that bird's nest down. I want to think she did not do that because she is getting ready to have surgery. But it would not surprise me at all if when I go there that bird's nest is down and that she was the one that climbed up on the ladder and got it down, because that's just who she is. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that I did not get even a pinch of that gene. I mean, I am so bad that, like, last year I was sitting out on my back porch, and all afternoon a bird was going up in underneath of our, like, so this is a yurt, so your top layer lays over and falls down over the side. Well, the bird was climbing up underneath of that topping and was building a nest up there. And like, that bird would look at me all day, like every time he'd fly by, and I'm like, it's okay, go ahead. I'm not going to bother your nest. You go ahead. You're fine with me. So I'm having this ongoing conversation. And if that had been my mom, I mean, she probably nailed that tarp down to where they couldn't have gotten up underneath it there. And even when Todd came out, I said, no, there's a bird flying up underneath of there, so don't shoo it off or don't do anything. And he's like, that's not really a good idea. That's not a good place for them to build their nest. I didn't care. I mean, it's just like, so I'm so opposite of my mother. I mean, like, I have books everywhere. You have to look to find a book in my mom's house. I think she reads, but she must get rid of them after she reads them. I don't know. I know she's never been a big reader, but like, I don't know. That's just me saying all this rambling. Because, like, what am I going to do in my mom's house for so long? And I don't have my stuff just piled around me. And everything is so pristine. And
I mean, like, I'm a nervous wreck when I'm there. Like, when the grandbabies come to visit, I'm just like on pins and needles because I'm just like, I don't see the stuff that she sees. Like, when they leave, she's cleaning windows, and I was like, I don't even see that stuff. So it's not going to be relaxing. I did say I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm just going to make it. I mean, she's not going to be able to do anything about it. She's not going to be able to clean up after me. She'll be in bed a lot of the time. I don't know. I'm rambling and I may just edit all this stuff out. I don't know. But it just seems like it's been a long time since we've talked. So, yes, we went to Charlotte. I'm rattling again. So we went to Charlotte, had a blast doing all of that. And that's all the go-going that we've done. Everything else has been right here on the mountain. I have made some face lotion that I am in love with. I think I brought it. Yes. Okay. So I made some little jars up like this. I took some to my daughters and have some for me and some friends. But I wish this was Smelly Vision because this smells so good. It has like vitamin A, D, and E in it. It has rose water in it. It has cocoa butter. It has, no. It does not have cocoa butter. That was one of the options. I chose beeswax. So it has beeswax in it. It has coconut oil. It has, some kind of oil. Whatever you call these little oils. What are these called? Essential. It has essential oil in it. And it is divine. I got the recipe from a book that I swear by. It's this Rosemary Gladstar's book, Herbal Recipes. This book is, I mean, I love it. It is amazing. So it had the recipe for the facial lotion. I use it all over my body, but you just use minimal on your face, and then it looks oily when you put it on, but your face just soaks it in, and it goes beneath the surface. So it's just wonderful. And then, sorry about that. Then I put it on my body, and she said to use it lavishly on the rest of your body. Minimal on your face, lavishly anywhere else. And the only thing is you cannot think negative thoughts. So you have to think good and wholesome thoughts about yourself as you're applying it. So I'm loving that. So I made that. And then I stumbled across this little tidbit of truth, and I'm going to pass it to you so that you can do it too. But it's under her section of bath salts, and she says, bath salts are made from a combination of mineral salts. Most people are surprised and some mildly offended to learn that the major ingredient in most bath salts is borax. Borax. But borax is quite a wonderful substance, she says, a natural mineral salt found only in a few places in the world. Borax is incredibly versatile. Packaged in a large box with a picture of a mule team on the front, it is used for laundry. Placed in a small fancy jar, it's used as a cosmetic. So, I have been doing, now I'm going to mix it up with she gives other recipes in here that you can mix your borax with and make like scented salts and stuff. I have just been using it these last few nights in my bath water alone. And I'm telling you, my water feels like velvet. It is so wonderful. So I thought I'd pass that along to you. But if you want a book full of amazing recipes, herbal recipes, this is not only just for your body, but it's like tonics for colds and all kinds of stuff. This is a great book. I've had it for years. Typically, I put the year of a book when I buy it. I did not do that in this, but I've had it for years and years. I love this book. So if you want a good body lotion, face lotion,
if you want great recipes for bath salts, if you want, I mean, just all kinds of good information. It's worth this one. Let's see what the price is on this. It says $16.95. Now, that was a long time ago. It's probably gone up like everything else. But that is, that's my go-to book for almost everything. So I've been making the face lotions. Also, what I've been making are some project bags for giveaways that I'm doing. I am hosting, so we'll just transition into the KALs that I'm involved in right now. I'm co-hosting along with Marta from Martushka Makes. Her Tulip socks have been released, and I'll show you mine in a minute. But anyway, we're having a tulip sock KAL, and it ends April 13th. They are so addictive, and when you make them, whoops, my basket. I have everything here, all my stuff in this little basket. And so I am donating a project bag that I'm making. I made myself one. And there is another one like the zipper is a different, I think the zipper is purple in the one that I'm giving away for her, for that KAL. But I feel like I am not making sense at all today. I don't know why. So I am making these little sock pockets is what I call them. They are a bag for my sock knitting. And I've got a sock going on in there I'll tell you about in a minute. But anyway, that's the inside. It's a felted, no, not felt, flannel. It's flannel on the inside. And then it has this on one side and this fabric on the other. This is vintage fabric here that I've had in my stash forever. This is a newer fabric, but I don't even know where I bought it, when I bought it. It was in my stash, but it's not vintage. So that is what I'm giving away for the Tulip Sock KAL. Now, I'm also, the project that is in here is a KAL that I'm participating in, but not co-hosting. And I am offering up a prize for that. And that is the Easy Peasy Sock KAL. Easy Peasy Scrappy Sock KAL that Jen of Everything Shapes Us is hosting. That's just a scrappy sock. And so I'm offering up a prize. I have not made the bag for it yet, but it's going to be the same. I don't know if it's going to be the same fabrics. I have plenty, so I probably will go ahead and use it. It won't be the same inside because I don't have any more of this flannel. But I'm going to make a bag for that as well. So I've been working on that as far as just stuff that's not knitting or crochet. I'm co-hosting the Tulip Socks KAL with Marta. And then I'm also involved, or just doing myself, a year of stone knits, and that's knitting any of the stone knits patterns by Charlotte Stone. And I did not get started in remaking those dandelion socks that I showed you on my last podcast. I am kind of grinding to a halt as myself making those just for the next couple of weeks, because of other projects that I'm getting involved in. But I am going on with that KAL through the year because I love her patterns. So if you're knitting anything by Charlotte Stone, just use that hashtag, a year of stone knits, so that I'll be drawing for prizes probably sometime in the summer, and then when we wrap it up at the end of the year. Okay? So I've got those two KALs going on right now. I think that's all I've got going on as far as KALs, yes. Okay, so I cannot share with you everything because they are not ready to launch. But a well-known yarn company contacted me and asked if I would be willing to design socks for them. I am guessing they just went by my Instagram feed and that's how they found me. I think that's what they said. But I'm blown away. I'm blown away, number one, that they would even be interested in me. But I'm blown away, number two, because I've never designed socks. Ever. I've never designed anything. So I felt, though, that it was too good of an opportunity to pass up. You know, if I fail, I fail. What else? I mean, you know, at least I tried. So I
I mean, I just jumped on board and said I'd be honored. And so they're sending me the yarn. I've been busy designing, coming up with my own sock patterns. Incredible. I thought it would be a lot harder than it is, but I cannot tell you, like the thoughts just keep, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. And so I'm so excited. That's why when I say I'm not going to have time to really just jump on board with a year of stone knits as far as me making things for the next several weeks, that's why. And I can't wait to be able to share all the details with you, and we can be excited together. But I'm just like, I still can't believe this. I still can't believe this. I mean, I have to keep going back and rereading everything and making sure, am I understanding this right? You know, it's just like, so I should get the yarn this week. They said I would get it this week. And then, and from that point on, I'm assuming I'm allowed to share it because they said I could share my progress on social media. I'm going to have to verify that before I say anything else, but exciting. So exciting. So you will be able to knit some of my very own sock designs. That still just sounds so weird in my ears. But that is something that I'm just thrilled to be on. And it just literally fell in my lap. Like I had no clue. I wasn't seeking it. I never even dreamed it. I never even dreamed that I would be a designer of socks, a designer of anything really. I mean, I've had some ideas for shawls maybe here and there, but nothing that I've really acted upon. It was like, and be gone, you know. So I'm excited. So stay tuned. There's going to be some fun things coming down the pike with that. All right, let's see. What is in my bags? Okay, so other than the secret things that I'm working on that I'm not allowed to show you just yet, I am working on this set of socks that's in this bag. It's for the Easy Peasy Sock KAL. And it's just a pair of scrappy socks. I think I probably showed you this the last time. I don't know if I had this finished. This one is now finished, and I am on the heel. I just started the heel. I'm doing a short row heel. So I just started it. These are not mine. These are an order. Someone had asked me a long time ago to make for them, and I'm just now getting to that. And I'm having a hard time taking the time to work on it because it seems like every spare moment now I am working on my own socks. So that is what is in my bags, and that's it. Let me show you what's out of my bags. I'm going to start with this one thing because this is kind of still in my bags. Remember that sweater that I was working on? It's called the what is it called? The Richmond Hill sweater that had the colorwork sleeves. Well, I finished the sweater, and as you can probably tell what I'm about to tell you, it's huge. I got that far on each sleeve, and I love the colors that I chose for the color work. Like, I'm dying over them, but this thing is huge. And I thought, I saw another lady on Instagram, and hers was too big. And I thought, okay, I like the way hers fits on her. I'm still going to go with it. And I tried it on again. I thought, well, I'll put it on with leggings, or I'll put it on with skinny jeans. And it's just too big. I think, here's the thing. I'm a busty girl. And I think if you're thin and you have no chest, I think you can wear big, bulky things. But if you're busty and you wear something that's too big for you, it just beats you up all over. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to keep this. I'm going to have to take it back out. And I'm so sad. And I'm so mad because I have a dress form. Why I did not put this sweater on that dress form as I went is beyond me. I didn't even think of it. And honestly, I'm not a sewist. I don't make clothing, although I'm going to start. But that's not why I bought the dress form. I bought the dress form a while back so that when I knit sweaters, I can put my sweater on it because the dress form is adjustable. So I've adjusted it to my
figure. And this, I think, may have been the first sweater that I've knit since I don't know if it's the first sweater, but I've never put a sweater on that dress form. And if I had, and here's the thing, this takes forever to knit. This is fingering weight on like a size 4. I hate the thought of reknitting that. I actually thought of maybe I could seam it almost like you would for steeking, and go in and steek it. I might. The thing is, the sleeves I think would still be too big. I don't know what to do. It's so pretty. It's my knitting woes. So it's definitely in timeout, and it's definitely going to remain in timeout for the foreseeable future. I cannot see me knitting on this anytime soon. I cannot see me coming to a decision on it anytime soon. So that's in my bags, out of my bags kind of a deal. Now, 2 things that are out of my bags. Okay. I do not remember if I showed you the tulip socks. I was going to go back and check and see when they actually came out. I don't remember if I showed you my tulip socks on my last podcast. So I'm going to show them to you again. I have 2 pair of tulip socks done. This pair oh, look at those. Marta, girl, I can only dream of being half the designer as you. I mean, these are so gorgeous. I love these. So that is, when I say the socks, the tulip socks KAL, this is the pattern. And let me tell you, it is addictive. You can pump them out fast. So it's scrappy yarns. You can actually dip into the Easy Peasy Sock KAL, Easy Peasy Scrappy Socks that Jen is hosting, because her KAL goes through the end of April, so you can double dip. This is so fun. So this was the first one that I made. So I'll show you both. I've got the pair done. And then I wanted to do another pair because I had this yarn and I wanted to see how it knit up. Then I ended up making a mistake. So this is my version of the sock KAL, the tulip socks. I did this first thing of tulips, and then I was supposed to have had, before I started the next set, you're supposed to have this checkerboard here. Well, I forgot. I somehow just skipped that altogether. And I did a second row of tulips. I don't know why. And then I was just really wanting to see how this is the same yarn. Well, other than this white, this cream, all of this that comes down through here is the same yarn. So it's not, it just fades. The tulips and the tulip leaves obviously are not part of that, but I just wanted to see how that knit up. So once I got to the heels, then I just went forward and striped it. I didn't finish the foot the way the pattern called for, but those are out of my bags too. So I've got two of those. I'll show you, because I don't want you to think I'm not finished. I did both socks. That is out of my bags. Socks. That's all. I have knit also on the blanket that I'm working, the big square blanket. I'll put a picture of that in here. I have been working on that, and I got another row finished. So that's 2 rows now. So I did those 2 rows, and that is all. That's all of my knitting that I've been doing. However, let me show you. Remember the quilt. I am almost finished with this. I've got it quilted. I am working now on the binding. I've got, oh, let me show you the back. I love the back. So this is the back. This is the front. That's the back. And I'm working on the binding now. So I've got I've got 3 sides done, and I just have to tack that side down, the one side, and then I'll have all the binding done, and then I'm going to do some embroidery on it. I'm trying to unfold it so that you can see a little bit. If you haven't seen it, it's like a log cabin style. Oh. See all those pretty fabrics? So this is the center, and it works out from there. I am so thrilled. It's for my daughter. Hold on, I just dropped it. It's for my daughter who's getting married next month. And I am so in love with this. I wish it was mine. I'm going to make me one. I have to. It's just so perfect. I love it so much. So I don't have all these fabrics, obviously. I mean, I don't have, but I'm gonna make me one because I'm just smitten. I've been working on it in the evenings, and as I'm stitching the binding down, I keep saying to my husband, oh, I wish this was mine. I wish it was mine. But she's going to love it. She is going to love it. So it'll be worth it. I know she's just going to be thrilled. So what I'm doing, she's getting married in May, but I'm taking it when we go home in April sometime, because I feel like there's going to be too much hubbub around the wedding. It's a destination wedding, and I don't want to take this with us and then her have to bring it back. So I'm going to give it to her next month sometime, or I guess April. I'm giving it to her sometime in April. We are in April. And so she'll have it. I can't hold on to things. I mean, like, when we were there a couple weeks ago, it was all I could do not to say, I'm making you a quilt. I mean, it was, and I almost even told her daughters, because I thought, I got to tell somebody. I mean, I've told my mom, I've told Court, her sister, and I haven't, but I didn't. I made it out of town without telling her or her daughters. So I know it's still a secret because I know she doesn't watch my podcast. And I put this, if I've shown it on Instagram, it's not, I don't even know that I've shown it on Instagram. I don't think I have. But this, oh, I love it. I'm making one immediately. Like, as soon as I get this done, I'm pulling fabrics and casting on, starting another one so that I will have this, have me one. It won't be these fabrics, like I said, but I wish, so my mother-in-law's a quilter. So Dolores, I wish that you were here. I will show you. The quilting, I quilted it. I don't know if it's going to show up. I used orange thread because I wanted it to pop. I wanted the quilting to pop, and I only quilted it. The pattern that I used is in this book here. I think I've showed it to you before. The Gentle Art of Quilt Making by Jane Brocket. So she only quilt around the outer side of each log. So that's what I did. So anyway, I used orange thread so that it would kind of pop. And I'm rather pleased. So I wish my mother-in-law was here to see it. I mean, she's here. Not here. She's in this world. I wish she was here in North Carolina so I could show her. I love you, Dolores. Okay. That's all the making that's going on. Book bag. What is out of my book bag? Boom. An oldie. I had this on my bookshelf and I thought, I have not read that in probably since high school. So I'm going to read it again. And gosh, I'm surprised it's still even on the bookshelves with the way our world is going. But it was good. I mean, yeah, there was some offensive things in it, but that's life. So I know you all know about that one. I want a good book to read so desperately. All of my books, there's nothing pulling me. So, I don't know. I'm on a mission now to find the right book. That's all. I'm looking around to make sure I've covered all of my bases. That's it. I plan today, I'm going to get this edited and uploaded, and then I'm going to finish binding the quilt. And I said to you that I would show you my sweater cabinet. It's still a mess. I've still done nothing with it. So I don't know if I'm going to show you. I may pop a video in of the mess. And then hopefully by the next time I record, I could show you what it all cleaned up. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've got so much going on between my mom's surgery, between sock designs, between just stuff for the wedding that I don't think, I'm not even going to say I'm going to have that done, because I'm not. I mean, I'm no need to even kid myself. It's nice. The weather's starting to turn nice. I like to be outside when I can be outside. So just forget I ever mentioned the sweater cabinet. We'll just put that on hold for another day. Okay? Well, thank you all for tuning in yet again. Thank you for supporting me through my Buy Me a Coffee. And thank you for all your kind words and your cheers of encouragement. I hope you've enjoyed this. And I don't think there's anything else going on. If I don't talk to you again, I'm trying to think. Probably won't record again before Easter. So have a happy Easter and happy spring. Or fall, wherever you are. You may be getting ready for colder weather, and I'm jealous. I could live in a perpetual state of winter. I love winter. I don't know. Well, we thought we were not going to be able to have any more fires for the year until fall, but it's going to get cold this weekend, so we might just have one last fire in the wood burning stove this weekend. And then that'll probably be it. I cannot imagine. There's been days where I could have, when I got up in the morning, I could have put the wood burning, lit a fire. But it would have only been burning for a couple of hours, so it just wasn't worth the work to me. I just bundled up and sat in front of a space heater. But I think it's going to be cold enough this weekend where we can have a fire. And if our daughter gets to come, hopefully it won't be... I say hopefully it won't be snowing, but I want snow, but I want her to come up more, so I guess I don't want snow. Whether we get snow or not, it's probably going to be cold enough for a stove, so a fire, so she could enjoy that with us, and I hope she gets to come. I miss my girls. I always did life with my girls, and I miss them because we're not close in proximity anymore. And we try to squeeze as much in when we can, but it doesn't always work that way. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, we will meet up here again in a couple of weeks. And keep on making. I'll keep on making. Keep on drinking. I'll keep on drinking. And until next time, just remember that in everything you do, take it one stitch at a time.